A roving lifesaver notices the patient and proceeds into the water to assist the patient.
We've got a guy floating in shallow water there. Ready to go?
Yeah. Patrol, this is Northern Rove.
Go ahead, Rove North.
We're 100 metres north of your location. We got suspected spinal, requesting backup with spinal board and rescuers. Over.
Dispatching 3 lifesavers and spinal board to your location. Keep me informed. All clear.
Reaching the patient, the lifesaver takes control of the patient's arms, moves them above the patient's head, and then standing to the side of the patient, securing the same side arm as their own, they rotate the patient to bring their face clear of the water. The second lifesaver now enters the water, putting their arms underneath the patient to assist by lifting and supporting them while keeping their spine as straight as possible. The third lifesaver now comes in, knifing the spinal board beneath the patient and positioning it to enable the patient to be secured and carried from the water. Each lifesaver is positioned at the midpoint of the board to maintain stability and control of the board. 2 additional lifesavers now take positions on either side of the board adjacent to the legs of the patient,
Is everyone in position?
assisting with control of the board and patient and assisting in returning the patient to the shore. The lifesaver controlling the head will now lead the team in returning the patient to shore.
Okay, we're going to start moving towards the beach. Becky, can you keep an eye out for any incoming waves and call them out? Everyone ready? Let's move. Wave, let's move.
The patient is now moved from the water onto the shoreline for further assessment. The lifesavers ensuring that the spinal board is carried at a constant level and only adjusted on the command of the lifesaver managing the head of the patient.
And we're going to hold there. We're going to turn on 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to lower on 3. 1, 2, 3, lower.
One leg.
A person is found lying on the ground. The lifesaver approaches the victim and asks them if everything is okay. The victim tells the lifesaver that they can't move without pain in their neck. The lifesaver should reassure the victim, tell them to keep still, and immediately call for help. On calling for help, the lifesaver will need to indicate that they are treating a suspected spinal injury. The lifesaver should then put on their gloves and move to a kneeling position behind the victim and stabilise the victim's head. A victim with a suspected spinal injury should not be moved unless absolutely necessary. All a lifesaver needs to do is stabilise the person's head until an ambulance arrives. While the head is stabilised and the team are waiting for an ambulance, the lifesavers should continue to reassure the victim and protect them from the elements. While you're waiting for the ambulance to arrive, the victim loses consciousness. You need to roll the victim into the recovery position while maintaining spinal alignment. The person managing the victim's head remains in place and continues to stabilise the victim's head. The rest of the team arrange themselves by the victim's side. At least one at the shoulders, one at the hips, and one at the feet. And reach across the victim, placing their hands on the other side of their body. The lifesaver stabilising the head coordinates the roll. All the lifesavers turn the victim towards them at the same time.
Reaching the shoreline, you will steady the rescue board and the patient, sliding off the board and maintaining control of both.
Right, stand soon.
Okay, yes. More steps will turn to the north.
Head to the north.
3, and we
Down, one knee. 3, 2.